I got my throat slit when I was a child. Like, watching people be traumatized by my trauma, it's so fun. It has nothing to do with me. I don't see the money because it's not my money, and as a result, I don't feel like I've lost it because it was never mine to begin with.
Tune in to hear Muslim women talking back like never before. This is the HSM Tribecast.
Hi guys, Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to the High Street Muslima Tribecast, the podcast for Muslim women by Muslim women. My name is Khadija. Today's episode is going to be crazy, exciting, but also deep at the same time. I have an amazing guest. She is a writer, content creator, self-acclaimed troublemaker of Instagram and the world. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not sure if, like, we keep saying ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if it's ladies and ladies, ladies and girls. Anyways, I'm pleased to present Hauwa. Like, we need a live audience just so that they can hype you. But hey, Hauwa, how are you?
I'm fine. I'm so excited.
Yeah, I'm glad you made it.
I know.
Yeah.
I was like, I have to make it. I have to. But I'm so happy to be here.
Yeah, same here. So we usually start off with like some nice icebreakers.
Okay.
Tell us 2 truths and a lie about Hauwa.
You should have reminded me.
Oh, sorry.
I mean, you should have told me before. Now I'm
Well.
on the spot now. I'm going to have to think. 2 truths and a lie.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, so the first one is I have 4 brothers.
Mm-hmm.
Second one is I got my throat slit when I was a child. The last one is I have a master's degree.
What
So
kind of
You guess you should be the one that gave me assignments.
like
Mark the assignments now.
I actually think I'm quite good at this, but I'm listening, I'm like, what the hell? But because it's you and anything is possible, I'm going to say the lie is you have a master's degree.
No.
Wrong. Master's degree in what?
Buzzer.
Also law.
What?
Master's degree in what?
It's not law. I
It's
didn't
what-
study law.
Oh, sorry. Master's degree in what? So, fun fact,
yeah.
I have a cousin who like knows Hauwa from like so I just assumed it was, oh, you guys studied law together.
Oh.
So in my mind I was like, oh yeah, Hauwa the lawyer. Now
What?
content
Me?
creator. Wait,
Bar? Have you seen that exam?
No. You should even be like your hair should be swelling. People are always like, oh, Hauwa is mad. Hauwa that crazy girl. Me, I'm here saying, oh, Hauwa probably has a law degree.
Me?
What's
Okay, fine. I claim it.
right?
I'm just
So which one
thinking
is the
about
lie?
The lie is I have 4 brothers. I have only 2 brothers.
I'm not even hearing all of that. How did you get your throat slit?
Oh, I was trying to hide it so you'll not see the scar, but it's here.
Oh,
Yeah.
was that like an attack or an accident?
No, someone slit my throat. I'm not even joking. That's why I put it there, because you would not have guessed that was the truth.
Oh my God. Okay. Very interesting.
Breaking enough.
I'm telling you, very interesting and very, very crucial, actually.
Why?
Because of this topic that we want to focus on.
Yes,
I'm like, what?
Let's.
Okay, so I had in my head this plan for how this conversation was going to go, and you've just turned it upside down, 360.
sorry.
I'm like,
I'm so sorry.
that is something that is like so. I don't know if I would be able to heal from that kind of trauma.
Well, it happened when I was a child, so I don't think that I even remember much about it. So it's
Yeah.
not. It's fun. It's like all these like bonus trauma that you get. That is not really traumatic. It's traumatic to other people. That's the good thing.
Yeah.
Every time I tell someone they are so traumatized, and
Then for you, it's just a
for me, it's
conversation
just a
starter.
conversation, and it's like watching people be traumatized by my trauma. It's so fun. It has nothing to do with me. and
I'm not
everything
even
do
going
with
to
the
try
person.
and rationalize
You
this.
see, it's
Like,
working.
please. Okay, that was just wetting the ground. The actual icebreaker Please, what's happening with your door? Do we need to send a carpenter?
Oh, yeah. If you have money to give me, I don't know which camera I'm supposed to be looking at, but if you guys have money to give me,
is this one? Like, we've
okay.
moved from yam to pure water to what's going on?
If you have money to give, please give it to me. I will not fix that.
Like, just press it in your hand.
Just give me the money because I'm not fixing that door. I'm cuckoo moving. The next person should handle it. That's their business.
And are you trying to give Olori a bit of attention because
you should have it? You should have it.
How do these things even come to your head? Like, Nigeria is not funny. Forget Nigeria. Like, the world isn't the state of the world right now. Sometimes I feel like we should just wake up and cry. There's nothing to laugh about. But how do you still find the way to either like humor yourself or even translate that and make other people laugh with how overwhelming things are right now? What's that journey like?
I think that if I were not in Nigerian, I'll probably not be able to do it. But just being in Nigerian, people are mad. People are mad. You walk out of your house. Look,
everybody is walking.
Everybody is not okay. You just walk out of your house and you just be in a bad mood. You just see someone. Just the person is chasing a masquerade. Like, why are you chasing a masquerade? Like, why are you? Like, you just be in such a bad mood and you see you're supposed to be masquerade chasing you. You're chasing. Like, what's wrong with everybody in this country? And I don't know, but I just think that Nigerians are just generally we're funny people. We're funny people. We have an amazing sense of humor. And so I'm just lucky that I just started doing this. There are a lot more people out there that are just amazing, like funny people. And so I think it's just because I'm a Nigerian, I just have that humor.
Comes naturally.
Yes, exactly. It just comes naturally.
And because we all, at least to a large extent, also are in the same situation, I guess we can understand and appreciate the humor.
Right, and laugh at each other because things are not easy.
Yeah.
Do you know how much cutting is? What is your cutting?
I've
been looking at it since I entered.
Hauwa, please.
I'm moving to a new place.
Producer, we need to secure.
Look.
We need to secure this cutting.
You know how much cutting?
Hauwa, if I cannot find my cutting tomorrow, please. So
yeah.
how exactly though did you start like content creation? Was that something that just happened along the line, or?
I was a staff that was a creative writer at Cracks TV, and I used to write all these lists for them. And Cracks TV started to give me credit, and then people realized that I was the one writing it, and they will come to my page and they will not find anything. And people like, wait, why are you not doing anything for your actual page? Why are you doing everything for Cracks TV? And so I started to do stuff on my page. It was just because I was working for Cracks at that point. I was only supposed to be with Cracks for 3 months before I got
and then
the
it turned
companies.
into
but then it turned into this whole thing, and I'm so grateful.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
What you said about them giving you credit, that struck a chord, because that's something a lot of creatives struggle with even up till now. So were you the one who had to ask for that credit, or did they just start crediting your work?
No, this is why wherever I am, I'll always talk about Cracks. That was the one thing that I was very grateful for. I did not have to ask them to give me credit. They just gave me credit because I was a staff, and I didn't even know that this was going to come out of it. And it was not just me. They did it for all of their, all the people that were working with them at the time, presenters, writers, video editors, all of that. So it was more like, it was, at that time, they did such a great thing, such an amazing thing for creators, because they just helped creators start their own journeys, and that's why I always be grateful to Cracks. I didn't have to ask them for any credit. They came correct.
Nice.
Yeah.
But the big elephant in the room, how do you come up with these characters? Like, have they been living in your head since you were a little? Like, did you come up with them? Are they your imaginary friends? Like, how do you develop these characters? Are they real personas? Like, where do they come from?
So I think that they're not real. They're not based off anybody, but they're sort of linked to my childhood. So I grew up, I was born in a family house in Mushin. Like, this face me.
I was born in a family house in Amukoko. Number 10, Sunny Street.
Don't tell them your address. So.
Well, I don't live there anymore. Sorry to whoever is still
whoever
there.
is living there. So yeah, I was born in a family house in Mushin, and you know all these family houses that are like face me, I face you houses.
Yeah.
So it was always chaotic. There was always chaos. Even though I didn't live there for very long before we moved, but it was very chaotic. Also, my mom used to go and visit her mom a lot, my grandma, and my grandma used to rear goats. So, and she used to live in one other part of town that was not really great. So there was just there were a lot of children, there were a lot of conversations, arguments, you know, young women. Even till today, like we used to have serious family problem. Even till now, they still call my father to come and settle family fights. So that just really, and also because of the environment that I lived in, my parents tried to shield me a lot because girl child.
Yeah.
So they would lock me in the house a lot. I was not allowed to go anywhere. So all I had was just me sitting in one room, looking out, hearing, you know, gist,
Like observing.
Observing, exactly. I observed a lot as a child, and I would listen to all those conversations and, you know, just have it. Like, I just had a world in my head because I was not allowed to go out anyway. So I had to entertain myself. Thank God I don't run mad. But that's how just it started. And also I love stories. I love reading. I love listening to stories, and I just automatically just liked, you know, writing my own stories as well, and that's where it just came from.
Yeah, and well, thank you for letting us know, first of all, that all of the amazing content that we gush about is basically us going through chronicles of young Hauwa. Locked in a room.
You all watched my trauma.
Like, but are there days where you struggle to be funny? Like, you make it seem effortless, but what is it like? Do you struggle though?
So I would not even say that my content is funny. Yes, there are funny bits, and there are also really just entertaining bits, and there are relatable bits, and it's just everything. But yes, there are times where I'll struggle to even write a story or write any content or come up with any content ideas. Yes, that happens way too often. So yes, I don't always have content ideas. I'm just like, when it comes, it comes. If it doesn't come, well, we'll know whether I'll pack back to my village or I'll sell my Instagram page to somebody. But yes, it happens to me.
Yeah. Have you dealt with imposter syndrome before?
Every day.
Huh.
Yes, of course. Like, of course, the imposter syndrome you get because you dashed yourself, the imposter syndrome, and the imposter syndrome that will come from other people saying that you're not good enough. So yes, I deal with that a lot, but I find solace in the fact that every creator deals with it, so I'm not alone.
Right.
Yeah, a lot of creators deal with it. Even creators that you think their work is so amazing and they should not even have 1 second of doubt, they deal with it. So when it happens to me, I take a break and I come back. But unfortunately, my head is just always buzzing. So
like never a silent
yeah,
moment.
there's never a silent. So the minute I'm sitting down thinking, oh my God, I'm such a fraud, an idea comes into my head and I'm like, oh, let me quickly write this down. Oh, I'm such a fraud.
I wish. So I was saying the other day, if I had a superpower, I wanted to be able to read people's thoughts.
Oh.
But like, if I can imagine being able to read thoughts and then sitting down next to someone who never switches off, like, auntie, please, what's going on?
I used to want that superpower before, but as I get older, I realize that's a curse. It's not a power at all, because you have access to everybody's thoughts. You would know you.
That's like the most powerful person.
Yes, but
you're walking into a room to clinch a deal, to ask for sponsorship, and you can hear what is on the mind.
But the problem is you can also hear every other person. So one person is thinking about moi moi and bread, and they are not letting the thing you are trying to focus on. They are not letting you focus on. You are like, stop talking. And so people think the person that wants to give you the deal automatically thinks you're mad because you have to tell that boy to stop thinking about moi moi and bread.
So what has your own like personal journey been like with mental health? Whether it's growing up or, I mean, we started with the very shocking, very dark, slit throats. But I still can't believe I'm saying that and laughing. It's not funny at all. And then just, evolve into where you are now. What has that journey been like?
So I think that I'm lucky enough not to have serious mental health issues because it's real and a lot of people deal with it, and the amount they spend is not a joke. But my mental health, I think that one, I have a lot of anxiety, and it doesn't help doing what I do, being a content creator. If you're an anxious content creator, hey, I'm gonna suffer. So it's like I'm so anxious about what I'm creating, and my head is telling me it's not good enough, but I have to post it, and that's how I've just been raw dogging it for like years now, and just trying to deal with my anxiety. But then suddenly people start to know you, and of course with the positive comments come the negative ones.
Yeah.
So it's difficult, but you have to be able to unplug and go back and remind yourself why you started, and also remind yourself that people are mad, and
at the end of the day,
and all of us, we really don't know what we're even doing. Nobody has the blueprint of life, so everything they're saying to you is what they think. At the end of the day, it's not what is. It's not. It's just an opinion. And so, but as a content creator, your mental health suffers a setback when you're getting a lot of negative opinions and all of that. But you just manage it. You just have to do something.
Yeah. Is there any one thing in particular that really hit you mentally?
I think that. Well, I was talking to you about it recently, but I think it's recently on Twitter when, so obviously when you're a content creator, your work receives a lot of praise, but it also receives a lot of backlash.
Yeah.
If you can take the praise, you have to be able to take the backlash. And also at the same time, it's also people keeping you on your toes. So you have to know now, do you want to continue doing it, or you want to get out? Because it's only going to get worse the more successful you become. So you have to. So if they have given you a taste of it and you know that you cannot deal with it, better leave. But for me, critiquing my work is different. That will always happen. Even people that I think are the best at what they do, people still critique their work. So that's not a problem. But for me, it was when it crossed over into body shaming. It crossed over into threats. It crossed over into just really negative stuff and character assassination. Yeah, that was when I knew that I had to unplug and take a break from this.
At that stage, it's not funny anymore.
Yeah, it's not funny anymore. At that stage, it's hate. It's no longer it's no longer banter. It's pure just.
Do you get scared?
Hate.
I mean, you said threats. Do you ever get scared by that kind of reaction?
No. Well, no. Because, again, it's very fleeting. It happens to a lot of creators and a lot of people. So I understand that it's just my turn to collect. It's my turn to collect. The way it's someone else's turn to collect next week. So I don't... I don't take them seriously, especially because I've not done anything grave. If I had done something grave now, I'll be like, I'm afraid for my life.
You feel you've not done something grave?
I don't think.
There are some people probably sitting down somewhere thinking, hello.
I don't think. I don't know. But I don't, I don't feel scared. At least I've not felt scared so far. But, yeah. There was one that I was scared about, but I think it has passed.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, as Africans, I think we have two immediate reactions to all these mental health issues. First of all, we think it comes from a place of privilege. We also think that's white people problem, not for us. So we tend to just laugh it away. or pray it away. So it's either it's just jokes or you're possessed. We need to cast and bind some demons. But so I hear you saying that you've not had any major mental health struggles, but even where you felt overwhelmed or where, as you say, you felt scared in that moment by some sort of like backlash that you were getting, do you just keep it to yourself? Have you ever voiced it out? And what has been like the external reaction from people that you're telling about those kind of concerns?
So I think that the people around me have sense. When it comes to serious stuff,
Yeah.
they're there for me. So of course, when the whole thing happened and it was really getting so bad, my friends, interestingly, I got a lot of calls. Even when I was okay, I still got a lot of calls from people saying, "Oh, are you fine?" Because it was really bad. It was terrible. So people calling me to say, "Oh, are you okay?" Blah blah blah. And I was fine. So I was very thankful that I had that support system, because that's what people that are dealing with mental health issues really need. Of course, they need help, professional help as well, but they also need people to understand what they're going through, and also, what's the word I'm looking for? Please help me.
What are you trying to say?
Validate.
Yeah,
Right,
okay.
right. They need validation.
But it's a very dicey, it's like a two-edged sword. I think sometimes yes, you definitely want people to make you feel like, come, I'm not running mad. I'm not the only one who thinks something is wrong here. But if you keep that validation, if you're looking to other people for that validation and you don't find it, I feel like you could fall even harder.
Yes, I do think that, and I'm not like in the best position to talk about this because I'm not a mental health professional. But yes, well, people validating it, but they should not just sit there and be like, "Yes, you are running mad." They should also back it up with help, right? It's not, yes, you tell the person that, "Oh, you're not. I understand how you're feeling, and you're not wrong to feel this way, but here's how you can help yourself. Here's what you can do. Here's how I can show up for you. Here's how I can help you." I've not experienced a huge mental health issue, so I'm not really in the best place. I think the most I've experienced is anxiety. I'm very anxious, but I've not seen a professional for it. I don't have money. These mental people, they need a lot of money. Right? So, even therapy is expensive, my God. Ha.
Yeah,
I did therapy one time.
So I told myself
So I'll carry my
that
money
entering
also.
into 2024, as we all make our New Year resolutions that probably never gets realized throughout the year, I was like, oh, I'm still dealing with a lot of stuff that I haven't processed, that I need some professional, like I need to talk to someone professionally. And then I was like, I don't know if I really just want to go to someone's office and be, for some reason I was seeing these ads everywhere. So it was like online professional. I saw the pricing, the cost quotes, and then I like multiplied that by, oh, if I'm doing it for this number of time. However, I suddenly saw clarity.
Look, you see.
Like I could.
You see that clarity?
I was
It will
like,
come.
oh, what have I processed? I think I'm okay. Like
You are
I
okay.
became my
Inshallah, you're
own.
okay.
I became my own help. So definitely the costs and like the barriers to accessing that kind of help could be off-putting. But as you said, it's really the support system that matters at the end of the day. And talking about like support system, so we're bringing it back. I mean, at the end of the day, it's a podcast for Muslim women, so we're bringing it back to the faith angle. Do you like? I know like you don't carry the religion on your head. Do you feel as though you get that sense of connection or like support or like understanding from the people that you shared faith with, or have you like what's the kind of response that you've gotten from that community? Have you felt supported or otherwise?
So it's difficult to answer that question because because I've had
The
Oduduwa,
English,
please.
the English,
Release
your village
me.
people. Who is this now?
Obatala.
Kabiru or who is running after you?
Okay, so what I was trying to say is that me myself, have I reached out to the Muslim community for support? Because it's one thing if you say, oh, have they supported me? But have I reached out and said, oh, I need support? And just like you said, I don't mix my religion with my content. Yes, of course, once in a while you reference this afa or this person, you know, once or twice, but I never talk about religion in my content. The only reason why people can guess I'm Muslim is because of my veil.
Yeah.
But
but still they engage with you and your
Yes,
content.
yes,
So I
they
guess from
do.
that perspective,
But they engage.
what has, the response or the relationship, if you
the
like,
relationship.
been like?
I think it's been nice so far. I think that I have I've gotten support from Muslims, Christians, everybody, so. But yes, sometimes a few Muslims, sometimes I would write something on my story that is talking about Islam, or I'll ask a question and people would like reach out. And interestingly, I don't receive judgment from a lot of Muslims. I don't think I receive judgment. Or maybe
That's interesting.
or maybe they just, there are some people that you want to judge, but they have just left me. They're just like, there's no
This one is
point
a lost
judging
cause.
me. Yeah, this one
Yeah,
is
you're
a
not a lost cause.
Yeah, there's no point judging you. Let us leave.
Like what?
Leave this person. But that judgment is real because
Yeah.
I will see a lot of creators take off their scarves and I will see people come for them, especially Muslims. I see Muslims come for them. I was under someone's post one time. She had not even taken her scarf. I think her scarf just started from here. She used to use the full thing. It started from
Yeah,
the
they were
middle
seeing
of
the
her
progression.
head. It started from the middle of her head. If you see how this person was like, oh, you're going to hell, this is so bad, blah, blah, blah. And I just stood there and I was like, if I were not a Muslim, do you think, or if I were the person in that position whose scarf is starting from the back of her head, do you think that I would want to come back? Are you really welcoming me back into the religion, or are you casting me away?
Oh, yeah.
Are you casting me out? No, I'll just remove the entire thing. Shebi is coming out from my head.
So that you can shout well.
So that you can shout well, so that you can be okay, right? So that you can just say I'm a lost cause and, leave my... And so that's the part that I think is terrible. But for me, I've not really received any... Other than the Twitter drags that they drag me once in a while, because you can never be perfect for Twitter people, I don't think that I have looked for support and I have not found support. I think that I'll be able to answer that question if I've looked for support and I didn't find any support.
Yeah, and like you spoke about your own support system, which luckily enough is strong. I think that a lot of people are not intentional about how the people is. Some people don't have a choice. Like you're just born into a family that is your worst
Depressed
enemy.
kid.
I'm telling you. But how can ultimately you do have to start paying more attention to the people you have around you, because it will have an impact in terms of how you're able to deal with stuff that weigh you down. So is there like in terms of how you were intentional about building out your circle, especially when you said getting more known and all of that, are there like stuff you did that would be helpful for people who do not particularly have a support system, or a support system that's actually supporting?
So I genuinely think that you need to, first of all, you need to surround yourself with people that understand you, people that are empathetic, people that...
How do you find them?
Yes, wait. The thing is, you already, by default, being a person, you already have people around you, right? Yeah. You already have people that... Now, they may understand you or not. There are some people that I don't talk to about my mental health because they don't understand and they cannot help me, they can't support me. In fact, they would trivialize it, and at the end of the day make you feel like I'm not, like I'm stupid or I'm asking for too much.
Yeah.
But I also know that there are friends of mine that I make my friends based on that. For example, if you want to be my friend, if we're talking and you're telling me that, oh, mental health is nonsense, I will not continue the friendship with you. I just wouldn't, because I just don't want this kind of person around me. We don't see eye to eye. If I have a friend beside me now and I'm talking to another person and they're telling me, oh, they're using their meds, their mental health medication, and the person beside me that I call my friend is laughing at them, I don't want to be friends with that person, because you are saying that mental health is not real. Please, I can't even have you beside me. But there are people that I already know. There are some of my family members that I can't tell about mental health because they don't understand. So I'm just not going to go to them. So I think it's very important for anyone that is out there dealing with that to know the people that can support you and the people that will support you, and go to them. Even if it's one person, go to that one person. Even if it's one person that can be empathetic towards your plight, go to that one person. If there are 90 people in your life, but they don't understand anything about mental health, you can't run to those people. You will get worse, right? So,
And to be honest, it's not even until you have it doesn't necessarily have to be their reaction to mental health issues per se. It's just people who just root for you on a norm. And when you're having issues, can relate or can even help you find help.
right.
Pardon the tautology. But one thing that I really wanted to touch on is what your personal faith journey has been like. I mean, I know that you're not, it's personal, obviously. Don't advertise it out there. But do you think faith has played any role really in shaping who you are today, or like your outward views or approach to life? And what has that like balance been like, finding yourself and who you are, but also in relation to faith?
So I grew up in a very religious household. My people don't joke with like their religion. My mom, my dad, alaja, right? But he's like, faith has been so personal for me because I've fallen off the wagon many times.
We all have.
I'm not even joking, many times. I've managed to climb back, I'll fall again. So, but the thing that I love the most about my religion is the fact that you can just always come back.
Right.
You can always come back. You can always come back to God. You can always come back to Him. And like, it's such a, like, I have to hold God, especially in this industry that I'm in. I have to hold God and say, God, you and me, we're not going anywhere. We're together. Because there are things that will just happen. You just have to spread your prayer mats. You just have to kneel down in front of God. Say, I'm back again. I'm sorry about the last time. I'm just back again. You have to take me back.
Even though, give yourself like 6 weeks.
Look, I know that, if I as soon as I stand over that prayer mat, she's just looking at me because he knows I'm going to do something wrong again. But that's what has held me together. And also the fact that you need to be able to sometimes, and I'm talking about talking to people and all of that, but there are some conversations you just need to have with God. There's some conversations that you can't have with anybody. You will not find that peace in your heart. You talk to 100 people, you will not find peace. You have to talk to God. And a lot of people will say, oh, it's because you are raised religious. It's true. It's because I was raised religious, because there are people that I know, they don't need anything from God. Or they will say they don't need anything, right? They are fine. But for me, my faith, so it's been it's been a journey, because obviously I'm clearly Muslim, and I also face a lot of, for example, I can't work with alcohol brands. It's not that I can't. I should stop saying I can't. I can. I don't want to work with alcohol brands. So anytime any email comes from an alcohol brand, my management is quick to reject it, and so they don't come like that anymore, because they know that I will not take it. One time, my flatmate, who is my friend's mom, because they sent a package to me, an alcohol brand sent a package to me.
Oh, okay.
And I put the alcohol. I will not mention the alcohol name because I don't want problem. I put the alcohol on my table because I was just like, anybody that is going to take it is coming to take it. And my friend's mom walked in and she's also a Muslim. She was so mad. She's like, why will you take stuff from my alcohol brand? I was trying to explain to her that, I didn't take it. They just sent it to me. They didn't tell me that this was what was going to be in it. And she was like, no, I think you need to make a statement. You need to pour the alcohol into the gutter and make a video about it and tell them. I said, you want to ruin my career?
Issue press release.
I said, you want to ruin my career? She said, no, God will take care of it. I said, no. God will not come down and take care of it. You have to be so that's the thing. You have to be, because of my faith, I have to be very careful about how I reject things. I say, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity, but unfortunately, due to my faith, I'll not be able to. And that's a lot of money because alcohol brands, they have money.
Yeah, and I was going to ask that, do you feel as though you've lost out on any opportunities because of that? Like, I mean, for the longest time, you were anonymous. No one knew who Hauwa was. Then eventually we saw the image of this dark-skinned, chocolate, melanin
beauty
goddess.
Yeah, thank you.
With the veil.
I love it.
And it's like, whoa. So do you think, like, in terms of, like, that, and then contrasting to things, for instance, like turning down certain... do you think that it has in any way impacted your growth or the kind of opportunities that you get?
To be honest, no. Yes, you see some kind of money and you're just like, how do I let this money go? But at the same time, it's not me anymore. If I could have taken the money and I could have eaten the money, but they will pay me a certain amount of money now, and let me tell you something, 6 months later, that money is gone. I've used it for something, but I'm not happy with myself because I don't drink anyway. And it's not only against my religion, it's also against me and my following, because I'm lying to you saying that, this alcohol is the best new thing in town, but I've not tasted it.
Yeah. So
why should you believe me when I tell you about other things? So it's not just my religion. And that's why I said it's not that I can't do it, I don't want to do it. If it was that I can't do it, I'll be sad about the money that I'm losing, because betting brands also have bastard money. They have terrible money. And it's like all those things that you don't do, they are the ones that have money, betting brands, alcohol
like
brands,
ransom
and all of that. But for me, I don't see the money because it's not my money, and as a result, I don't feel like I've lost it because it was never mine to begin with. So
deep.
Yeah, so
like
I don't feel any type of way.
Nice. So I mean, we're somehow coming to the close of this. I really don't want it to end, but like, what is I wanted to ask this question. Actually, I have two questions, two more questions for you. First off, when are you and Kabiru, like,
if I want to marry Kabiru now, will you come for the wedding?
Why not?
You come
I'll
for the wedding with that useless boy.
I'll tag I'll be one of those people that have like their own cooler of rice. They've chartered their own. But Nigerians were amazing, and our love for Owambe. You have people that are sponsoring their own party within your party. But okay, that's what. And then two, like, what is the wackiest, like, craziest, like, what the hell story that you've ever heard or seen?
Okay, so the first one is, and I'll take it back to being a Muslim creator. The first one is when someone came into my DMs and they were like, you should take off your scarf. And it's not, that was just...
Did they say why?
They said with the kind of exposure I have and the kind of fame, I don't even know which fame they are talking about.
How are you famous
No.
now?
Listen to me now. If they are talking that me I'm famous, what's Ira Star and that's still in Nigeria? I don't, please. The person was like, with the kind of fame and the kind of exposure you have, I think you really need to take off your scarf. You can't be subjected to, you can't be held down by religion. And, they are very quick to say oppressed. You're so oppressed, blah, blah, blah. You should take off your scarf. I was like, oh God, what are you, like, who are you?
From where to where?
Like, what are you doing even in my DM self? Why are you following me? First of all,
It's just, advice.
You should take his advice. You should take his own advice. You should take his own advice. But the second one is really the funniest thing I've ever heard. Someone came into my DM and they said that, so she said I don't even know if it was a friend or a family member, but the woman, who is a Muslim woman, realized that her husband was going to take a second wife. And she decided to take her newborn baby and herself to a Babalao's house, to a herbalist, and said, I need you to do something that my husband will love just me, not this thing. And then the herbalist kidnapped her and her newborn. And it turned out that, and then the man is looking for his wife and his child. Somehow they figure out that because the Babalao calls and says he wants ransom. Now, the point is, okay, fine. And this stupid woman traveling interstate too. She traveled interstate to go and secure her husband with her newborn baby. Now, what happens is, not only did the Babalao kidnap her, because they said the man was they were tracking the Babalao,
like the phone or
so
something,
that they can find where they are and all of that. I don't even know if it was with a phone or it was with their ATM, because the Babalao collected their ATM. Now, guess what the Babalao is doing? He's taking them on a tour. Like, they're going from state to state. Like, he's carrying them from state to state. So the people that are tracking them, they just see that they're moving. Right? And so the person that came into my DM was like, Hauwa, this is so crazy. This is like one of your stories. And I was laughing.
Because I'm asking myself, I'm like, is this an actual story or a Hauwa script?
It was not a funny thing. But I had to just laugh because I was like, I'm sorry about your
No, it's funny.
friend. But
I'm sorry, it is very, very funny.
If my husband was to take second wife, and now they're not going to kidnap me. You get? If he now marries the other woman, then she's the only wife now. You have just taken yourself out of the situation for the man. You have just,
Do we know what happened at the end?
To be
Was
honest,
this one of those stories that were like, let's just leave it?
To be honest, I don't know. I had to write something around the story because it was so funny. Like, why would you? She must have loved her husband. I don't know.
What kind of love?
It's so
man.
funny.
I love man. I went to Babalao.
You went to Babalao for man?
God, what?
Do you know how embarrassing it is to tell your story? They kidnapped me because of a man.
Then you went on an interstate tour.
You left your state to go to another state. They now started taking you around Nigeria. They say, see Nigeria.
Oh
see
my
what's
goodness.
going on in
Oh my
Nigeria.
goodness. No,
That
we're
was
all
wild.
mad. Like, we're just mad in this
wild.
world. But
that's wild.
thank you so much. It was an amazing episode. I hope you guys all enjoyed it. It's Mental Health Awareness Month, so please do take it seriously. I know it's all fun and vibes here, but there are a lot of available resources to help you if you're going through anything. You're depressed, you're sad, you're thinking of taking your life. Please look out for resources. There are a lot of free ones. They're not always all paid. There's free resources, there's NGOs, both faith-based and, secular out there that are doing a lot of work in that space. And we will share some more details in the description. So please look out and do take your mental health seriously and stay well. Until next time, please like, share, subscribe. Make sure to send this to someone who's dealing with a lot and could make use of the message in here. Until then, continue to enjoy life, love, and faith on your terms. Bye.